Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Shane Smith here. Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Just before 10 o'clock. Apologize for the late start. I was hoping we'd get rolling around 9:30 tonight, and Eli said, hold my apple juice. Or in this case, it was Sprite. He was not wanting to go down to bed. So, dad duty comes first, and then we talk some weather. But I'm here. And we got some snow ongoing. A lot of folks wondering, are we going to see a snow day tomorrow? It's going to be, it's going to be close. We got a skiff of snow here in Laurel County in some spots. Let me know what you're seeing. Let me know where you're joining from. And let me know what you want to know about with this snow that is ongoing across portions of eastern Kentucky tonight. And we're going to be talking about the snow for tonight. We're going to be talking about snow chances through the weekend, and we're going to be talking about the snow and cold chances going into next week. So we got a lot of winter weather heading our way. It's not all going to happen at once, and we are going to see the potential of at least a couple of rounds of snow over the next several days. So let me know where you're joining from, and let me know what you're seeing right now in your backyard. I know we're getting a little bit of light snow right now here just south of London. Sierra Miller joining us on Facebook saying, hey Sierra, hope you are well. Give everybody a second or two to get on and get going. But yeah, the radar is lit up tonight. We are tracking snow showers, and look at this one right here. That band can hold together and keep pushing south and east. There's a chance. Maybe a little bit closer to Somerset than London, but we shall see. That's a pretty good little snow band just west of Fort Wayne that's coming off the Great Lakes right now. That's a fetch and a half right there. And we got some really heavy snow ongoing across portions of eastern Kentucky tonight. We'll switch over to the Jackson radar. Take a look at what all is going on. There you can see just south of Jackson, between Jackson and Hazard, some decent snowfall. Beattyville seeing pretty good snow right now. Island City, back over towards Anvil. A light snow in London. Some moderate bands on the south side of town along 192. My students will be excited about that. That may help with getting at least an NTI day tomorrow. We shall wait and see on that. All right, we got 20-some people. Let's get going. We are tracking snow across eastern Kentucky. If you're just joining us, I'm meteorologist Shane Smith, former broadcast meteorologist turned media arts teacher here in London, Kentucky, but I still do the weather part-time occasionally at WKYT in Lexington, WYMT in Hazard, and still love talking weather. And we've got snow across eastern Kentucky, so we're going to talk about it. Austin Kidderick joining us on YouTube tonight, asking, are we going to see some snow in Pikeville? Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of snow over in Pike County right now, and I think more is heading your way, my friend. So don't you worry. I think we will see some decent snow over in Pike County. All of this right now associated with an area of low pressure and a cold front, kind of centered just east of Cleveland. The main batch of moisture has moved through for now, but there is a very strong northwest flow coming in off the Great Lakes. And if that holds together, we've got to keep a really close eye on this band of snow that's forming west of Fort Wayne. That's going to kind of shoot the gap between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis. That looks like it's going to cut through down actually pretty close to some friends I have over in Vevey, Indiana. That may be, you all may wake up over in Switzerland County, Indiana, a couple inches on the ground if that band holds together. And then we'll just have to see how that tracks to the south and the east. That could cause some interesting weather conditions near the I-75 corridor through the overnight. So right now, the heaviest of snow through portions of Breathitt County, moving into northern Perry County, northern Knott County. Switch back over to the Jackson radar site just to take a look at that. Beattyville picking up on some good snow just south of Jackson. Would not want to be on 15 tonight between Hazard and Jackson. I'd say it may get a little slick tonight. Kind of light scattered snow showers over into Laurel and Knox counties. A little bit of heavier action over into Bell County. Looks like the bulk of it is going east of Middlesboro and north Middlesboro, more back up towards Pineville, over towards Cold Iron and Harlan County. And this is the first round of snow. Let's talk about some alerts we've got going on. We do have a couple of counties under winter weather advisories tonight. That includes Pike County, Letcher County, and Harlan County. We are seeing the potential of 1 to 3 inches there, according to the Weather Service. I think we may even go a little higher than that on the higher elevations. James Beatty joining us from Barberville, reporting snow. Thank you for that report, James, from Facebook. Be sure to hit that share button, friends. Like and share. Snow is going to linger into tomorrow morning, Austin. We're going to take a look at the future radar here in just a minute. Show you how long it will last, how much we could see. Yes, dear, my lovely wife saying, multiple rounds of snow? Yes, multiple rounds of snow. It's Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. We've had snow like the last 2 or 3 of these. Yep, multiple rounds. So here's round 1. Here is the forecast through tomorrow. And this is one of those forecasts that kills me to do because I can't get super specific just yet. This snow is going to be very sporadic. It's going to be very isolated. You could have a 15 to 20 mile wide band that gets an inch or two. You get outside of that band, you may not have no accumulation. So in that light blue, when I say up to an inch, that is 0 to 1 inch. That's a wide range. I know. I like to be a little bit more focused than that. I like to be a little more specific than that. That's the kind of pattern we are in with this snow system tonight. Let me adjust that just a hair. All right. Now, down in southeast Kentucky, up to 2 inches in the darker blue. So places like eastern Knox County, eastern Bell County, Harlan County, Clay County, Leslie County, Perry County, Knott County, Floyd and Johnson County, Pike County, Letcher County, up to 2 inches in the lower elevations. The higher elevations, Black Mountain, Pine Mountain, y'all may see 2 to 4 inches tonight. Would not surprise me if we wake up, check out that Black Mountain Mesonet cam, and we see 3 or 4 inches on the ground up there on the highest elevation in Kentucky. We can take a look at the Kentucky Weather Cam network right now. Seeing a little bit of snow flying in Louisville. A little bit of icy spots showing up in Lexington. Not too much going on in Henderson or Somerset or Moorhead right now. Jenkins is getting a little squirrely. Miss Dagley, Jennifer Dagley, that I teach with over at the Laurel County Center for Innovation, chiming in, coming down good on the Knox-Laurel line. Anybody else, fingers crossed for an NTI day or a snow day tomorrow? I know this teacher wouldn't mind it. Would prefer a full snow day. We're just as bad as the kids, y'all. We really are. So the snow is coming down at a good clip. It will continue to do so through the next several hours. It's not going to be a constant snow. It's going to come in waves, mainly thanks to that northwest wind. We've got a good fetch coming in off Lake Michigan tonight. That is going to have to be one we watch really close, because wherever that ends up hitting, they are going to get a nice 20-mile wide band of 1 to 2 inches of snow. Just calling that one right now. that looks like it's going to line up somewhere within about 30 to 40 miles east or west of the I-75 corridor. All right. So let's talk about how this plays out overnight. We're going to look at the brand new high-res rapid refresh model. So this is what the radar should look like at 11 o'clock tonight. Midnight, 1. Is it going to pick up on that band holding together? It's showing it kind of falling apart before it gets here. We shall wait and see. We will continue to see off and on scattered snow showers through the overnight, and I think lingering into Thursday morning in southeastern Kentucky, especially along the Virginia border. Everybody wants to know how much snow we could see from this bit of the system. Well, NAM model, not super impressed. The British model picking up on a little bit of that narrow band. So is the German model. GFS is still trying to go an inch or two in the higher elevations. So tonight's snow is not a lot, but the question is it going to be enough to cause some closings and delays? And I think there's definitely the potential of a few NTI days, especially along the Virginia border, a few closings over there. Laurel County, probably going to end up going regular school day, but we will wait and see about that. I got a feeling that's going to be an early morning phone call if we're going to be going out on that one. We shall have to wait to see. But that's just the first of a couple of systems. Let's move a little further into the future. Actually, got the latest data that just came in from the North American Mesoscale model. So this is Friday morning, 7 o'clock, another batch of snow breaking loose across Kentucky. And I'm thinking the precipitation type on this is going to be more snow than rain. I know it's showing rain. Temperatures, I think, are going to be a little colder at the surface than what the NAM was indicating on that run. But that could be a decent little swath of snow Friday night into Saturday morning. That one has my attention. That one may be something a little bit more significant. There you go. There's the updated run from the NAM. Nice little swath of 1 to 2 inches in southern Kentucky. So that is one potential snowmaker. We go over to the GFS model. May get another little impulse of energy Saturday into Sunday. And depending on how this low develops down to our south, we may get more snow heading our way Sunday. We shall have to wait and see. The pattern, though, overall is looking very ripe for a lot of cold air and a lot of energy to dive down from Canada. You put those two things together, you're going to get some snow. Now, mapping it out is going to be hard because it's not a ton of moisture. It's not a super organized snow system. But the potential is at least there for a couple of snowmakers through the weekend. At least 2 to 3, maybe even 4. Excuse me. So once again, the heaviest of the snow right now in eastern Kentucky through portions of Perry and Breathitt County. I know I am watching this corridor northwest of Laurel County. very, very closely for very selfish reasons. And then I am watching this band coming in off the Great Lakes. If that can just keep pushing southward and that holds together, that's going to make somebody very surprised by the amount of snow they see overnight into tomorrow morning. So, at least through the overnight, I'm not expecting a ton of snow from this. This is going to be a very light snow. It's not going to be a shut everything down kind of snow, but it is enough to definitely create some slick spots, especially in the more mountainous counties of eastern Kentucky. Then we go into Friday. We get that next wave of energy in here. I think if we're going to see a widespread snow this weekend, that's going to be the one to do it. And that one, to me, looks like it could be a 1-2, maybe a 1 to 3 incher for a large chunk of real estate in southern Kentucky. I think if you're south of I-64, you got a good shot Friday into Saturday. Sonder, right now that is going east of Chicago. It's shooting the gap between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis tonight. So I think up your way, it should be east of you. How's that for personalized forecast service? Let me know where you're joining from. If you are just joining us, it's 10:15 almost on the East Coast. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith, based out of London, Kentucky. I track weather across the Bluegrass, and we are tracking snow moving through the region tonight. Some heavier snow expected down into portions of eastern Kentucky, Harlan, Letcher, and Pike counties under a winter weather advisory for 1 to 3 inches of snow tonight. A little bit more possible up on Black Mountain and Pine Mountain tonight. If you're going to be traveling along US 119 or US 23 in those counties early tomorrow, just be on the lookout. It could get a little bit on the slippery side. No adjustments for my snow forecast from this morning. My aunt, Rita Osborne, asking, what time do you think will start snowing in Lexington on Friday? Well, we can pull up the models, take a quick look at Lexington. Give me just 1 second. We'll roll this back. Going to be early Friday morning, probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll see a break in the action, and then that should end probably around 6 or 7. And then as we go into the afternoon, it looks like another band of snow moves into Lexington around lunchtime and persists through the mid-evening hours. Rhoda Sloan joining us from Hueysville, Kentucky. Thank you for joining us. Phyllis Sand Barnes joining us from Corbin. Thank you, Phyllis, for joining. I can tell you a lot of spots in southern and eastern Kentucky are going to be seeing not a ton tonight, probably a half inch, maybe an inch. But then tomorrow night into Friday night into Saturday, that's when I think we got a good shot of some widespread snow. Now, regardless of the snow, the overall forecast is looking cold, and I'm still not convinced we go 45 on Friday. The GFS keeps harping on it. A lot of the other models are saying low 40s. I'm still thinking they may be getting a little optimistic there. We shall wait and see. But regardless, the overall pattern is looking very, very cold. And with some of those big dips, there's going to be the potential of some winter weather spinning up with it. So do not let your guard down over that winter weather just yet. So if you have questions about how much snow to expect in your neighborhood, let me know where you want to know a snow forecast for. I do not mind answering those. I love it when people ask what's the weather going to do in my backyard because I like to try to figure that out. I love a good puzzle. Some meteorologists get a little perturbed when people ask that. I'm here to serve. Ethan Duff joining us. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Tracking a little snow tonight, buddy. That's what's up. And my blood pressure, as usual. All right, Jennifer Hatfield Grubbs. Hey, Jennifer. Asking, going to Pigeon Forge this weekend. Is that a dumb idea? Well, Jennifer, let me look a little bit closer towards Pigeon Forge for the weekend. Let me switch graphic sources real quick. Oh, this one. So you can see down in Pigeon Forge, obviously the mountains up around Gatlinburg going to get slammed. I think as far as Pigeon Forge proper, maybe an inch or two. I don't think it's going to be a ton of snow down in Pigeon Forge. Now you get into Gatlinburg and especially above Gatlinburg, that could be all right, Hueysville up in Floyd County. Rhoda asking about that. That's in the southwest part of Floyd County. Rhoda, as far as tonight's snow goes over in good old Floyd County, not a ton, maybe up to a half inch or so is a good bet. So nothing to a half inch right now would be my best guess, just taking a look at some of the current trends. And then through the entire weekend, or at least the next 60 hours, through about Saturday evening, wouldn't be surprised if y'all get an inch or two Friday into Saturday. Ethan, glad to hear college is going well for you. I have not looked at the forecast report Everglades Disney cruise. Oh, you can never go wrong with a Disney cruise. I mean, Jennifer, I can think of worse places to get stuck than Pigeon Forge. So once again, the snow tonight, not a ton, just enough to get the roads slick, especially in eastern Kentucky. We see a break in the action tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then we warm up a little bit early on Friday, and then we quickly move another system in that may start as just a skosh of rain and then quickly change over to snow. So that's how things are playing out in the short term. I've still got some questions about early next week. I don't think the models are handling this setup well at all. This is a very odd angle for the cold to be coming in on. It's very steep. We've got a very strong north-south component to it, not like northwest diving southeast like a lot of our cold fronts do. This one's coming almost due north. So I think they're struggling with this kind of a setup a little bit. My lovely bride, Amanda, asking, do we know what time Friday yet? Right now, hun, it looks like going to be Friday evening for that. Here's the future radar. Well, at least Friday afternoon. I misspoke. We can get them down here by lunchtime. I think we'll be okay. It'll be snowing in Lexington. If this model is right, which I'm not convinced it is, but there's at least the potential to snow Friday morning in Lexington. Let me see what the HRRR is showing. Yeah, it's not as aggressive with the snow. It likes that second band better. And that's part of what's not yet. I'll know more tomorrow. The problem with these kind of setups is the modeling does not handle them well at all. Like, we've come a long way in weather forecasting. This is a very tricky setup. This is one where you're watching moisture flows off the lakes. You're watching wind. You're watching radar trends. The models are good at the overall pattern, but trying to nail down the specifics in this kind of a setup, it's like finding the proverbial needle in the haystack. Any other questions? Just looking out the back door of the house, we've got a skiff of snow on the back porch. Just south of London. We'll likely, regardless of whether or not school is closed in the morning, a lot of Central and Eastern Kentucky are going to have slick spots tomorrow morning. Ah. Got a little bit of a lag in the system. Sorry about that, y'all. So, that's the overall outlook for tonight. 1 to 2 inches. A good bet in far southeastern Kentucky. Higher elevations may go 2 to 4 inches. The rest of the central portion of the state up to an inch, but that also includes the possibility of 0 in there. All right, friends. Well, we've been at it about 30 minutes. I think that's a good time to go ahead and be wrapping it up. I'll have updates through the weekend system over the next couple of days. We'll see if we go live again, maybe a short form, maybe a couple of different videos. We shall wait and see. Just be careful tomorrow morning. The Thursday morning commute in Eastern Kentucky, likely going to have at least a few slick spots out there. Got to watch Friday into Saturday. Still some questions about the timing on that. NAM model likes an earlier snow. The HRRR, which I tend to go with a little bit more, is favoring more of an afternoon or evening snow. Some definite possibilities out there. And then more chances Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and just some flat cold weather to start off next week. So if you are watching my videos, if you go back and watch some of my other long form content, be sure to like those. If you're watching on your phone and you're watching on YouTube, there is a new feature called Hype. That really helps out. That gets videos shared out in the algorithm a little bit easier. So hit that Hype button. Helps out a lot. And I will continue to track the storms as they move in. Once again tonight, not a big deal, but a light snow can cause a lot of problems here in central and eastern Kentucky. So that's going to do it for tonight. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Take care. Stay